This will save you thousands of dollars and even save your life. Welcome to Banyan Pilot Shop. Today we're going to be talking about our various different fuel testers. So every pilot knows that one of the most important things we can do to have a safe flight is to make sure that we've done a very thorough pre-flight inspection. And one of the most important things during that pre-flight inspection is checking that we don't have any water in our fuel. So we have several different fuel testers. These are the three most popular ones. So we have a fuel cup from ASA. This fuel cup only lets you use it for the fuel drains that are flush mounted, like in a 172. The next style would be this one here, which is our short fuel tester. This one does give you the ability to use it in the flush mount or in the T-mount, which is like this. So the T-mount you might find in a Piper Cherokee, for example. And it also gives you a really nice little screwdriver at the bottom. And it lets you use either the Phillips or the flathead screwdriver. And that can be very convenient for if you see any loose screws as you're doing your pre-flight, you can tighten them right up. And then we have my favorite, the one that I use, which is the GATS jar. And the GATS jar is great for a bunch of reasons, but the most important one is that it has the ability to have 10 fluid ounces in the container. So if you look at Advisory Circular 20-125, you're going to see a couple important things, which are one, that the pilot in command has the final responsibility to ensure that there's no water in the fuel. And the second one is that it actually specifies that you should be taking a generous sample of gasoline, at least 10 fluid ounces, from every drain and the gascolator, every port. So if you would like to go 10 times around and use the little jar, that's going to be a lot of extra work. With this one, we can sump once per fuel drain and get 10 fluid ounces. So the other nice thing with this one is that it does let you use either the flush mount or the T-mount. And when we're using this one, it does also give us a screen that you can dump the fuel back into the airplane through the screen, and it will leave any kind of contaminants or little particles in the cup and not let it pass through the screen into your fuel tank. So that's a really nice feature. So let's do a little demo to show you what the fuel should look like in the GATS jar. So this is a beautiful clear sample of avgas that we took here from Banyan, and it has a gorgeous blue color, nice and clear, no contaminants inside. It's always a good idea to have it tilted at an angle and kind of swirl it a little bit, because if you do see contaminants, it's most likely going to be right down here towards the bottom. So I'm going to do a little demo and show you what it looks like with some water in the fuel. I'm in a little water bottle here, and we're going to add a little bit of water to the bottom. All right, and if you can see, it's already sort of bubbled at the bottom, and that's because water is actually heavier than fuel. So if we look right here, you can just barely see, because I only put a little bit in. And if we tilt it though, like this, we're able to see the line of where that water is and where the fuel starts. So this is how we're able to easily tell that I have some contaminants in my fuel. Once you see that, we do have some barrels in our hangar here at Banyan Air Service where you can dump that contaminated fuel. And then you want to just keep sumping more fuel until it runs clear. And you might want to call over your maintenance technician to see if there's anything that might be out of the ordinary with the aircraft. But that right there has just saved your life, right? And in order to save your wallet, we have those containers. So you don't want to just take the fuel out and throw it all over the ground like this, right? That's an EPA violation. So if you don't want to have a huge fine from the EPA for dumping your fuel, you want to make sure the fuel either goes back into the aircraft or it goes into one of our collection barrels. So that's how you can basically save your life and save some dollars.